For the religious person who was taught all his life, for the boy, for example, who was taught all his life that thinking about girls, thinking about sex, reading about it, looking, daydreaming, this is horrible, this is unholy, this is sinful, you don't look, don't think, certainly don't touch, don't go there. It's all sinful, bad stuff. And then all of a sudden he reaches a certain age and he is told that he should get married and do all of these things he wasn't even allowed to think of, and now he has to do it because now it's okay. That's very confusing. That's very hard to adjust to. And people go into marriage, men go into marriage thinking, now I'm allowed to do all those horrible, disgusting things I was never allowed to do before. And who do I do these disgusting things with? My wife. There's something very unwholesome about that. These are horrible things if you did it with anybody else, but with your own wife you can be horrible. It sounds a little dangerous. The secular people who are not told that sex is ugly or sinful or forbidden and so on and so forth are actually comfortable with the sexual model that can exist and that takes place between single people. Hooking up, having an experience, trying this kind of sex, that kind of sex, try this person, that person. You get to be pretty good at it. Then you get married, and you're thinking, now that I know what sex is, let me devote myself to a sexual life with a partner. And that is such a disaster, because between husband and wife, sex is not what it's all about. And if you continue behaving the way you did outside the marriage, in the marriage, it'll never take off. It'll never fly, because it'll never reach intimacy. You'll never become one. You'll live side by side, happily ever after, but you will be lonely. So how do we explain this? How do we go from sex that is forbidden or just sex to something intimate? The answer, of course, is the intimacy is a completely different experience. So to the religious kid, what was forbidden will always be forbidden. What is meaningless and empty and pornographic will always be empty and pornographic, impersonal. Marriage is not about that at all. It is not permissible sex. It's something light years away, different. It's intimacy. It's about us, not about it, not about something, not about performance, not about personal pleasure. It's about us, the pleasure of having each other.